Right, I've had this for a good few months now, about 4 months, something like that. And I'm just going to have a quick update on basically how things are getting on, and the plus points and the negative points that I've come across so far with it. Firstly, it is a bit of a portly little beast. It's quite heavy. Compared to the Hunting 5 Auto, there is a noticeable weight difference between the two rifles. Whereas the Hunting 5 comes up to the shoulder really well and is a really finely balanced, fairly light rifle, I suppose, really. This is a lot more of a portly beast. And the balance isn't quite as good. I mean, it's pretty good. It is good, but it's not quite as good as the Hunting 5. Shot off the bipod. This bipod, as I've said before, is an incredible... I love the design of this bipod. I really do. Shot off the bipod, this thing is unreal. It's just an incredible thing to shoot off the bipod. It really is. Everything sits really well with it. It's comfy on the aim from a prone position on the bipod. It's really, really, really good. It's probably the nicest rifle to shoot off a bipod I've ever had. It's better than the Renegade, better than the Red Wolf, better than my old Viraux. It just shoots so well off a bipod. It's really, really good. Accuracy wise, again, it's proven itself to be pretty good across the range of pellets. It does prefer slightly heavier pellets, like the Barracudas, H&M Barracudas, H&M Barracuda Field Target as well. Those slightly lighter ones, and the QYS domed heavies. It seems to like those. So there you go. Downsides. It's not so much a downside, but it's certainly something to watch, and it concerns this magazine. Now, the pellets are only held in by a bit of a push fit. So if they're not really, really tight, and the QISs aren't in the magazine, there's no retention, there's no rubber O-ring or spring retention system for the pellets at all. They're just literally held in there by, there's no back plastic cover thing on the backs once you've loaded them in that retains them. There's nothing. It's just a straightforward hole straight through. So what I've noticed happens if you're not careful is you have to get that slot, and it slides in an indent there. So you slide that in, and then you spin it round to load it. Now what to sort of charge the spring inside. Now what happens is, and I've had it happen to me twice now, and it's very annoying, when you put it in, sometimes a pellet will slip out the back partially, and when you go to spin it round to load it, it gets wedged, and it won't go any further round because the pellet's jammed against the firing mechanism. Now you can press the little lever underneath to release the magazine, but unfortunately, if it's under tension because you've tried to spin it to load it up, it won't move, and the only way of getting it out is to find a little twig or a pin or something and try and push the pellet into the magazine so it's flat again so you can carry on spinning it round. Not ideal. Obviously, the easiest way to overcome it, and is what I do now, make sure you've got your gun at a tilt. Because if you've got it at a tilt, gravity dictates, obviously, that your pellets won't fall out. If you keep it muzzle down when you're dropping that in and pre-charging that spring, then the pellets won't fall out. So you've got to remember with this gun, if I was you anyway, is when you're putting them in, when you're putting a fully loaded magazine in and you're spinning it round to charge it up so it works on the 10 shots, just remember to keep the gun pointing down so that none of the pellets slip out the mag, because if they do, it's a pain in the arse. So that's something to be aware of. The other thing, I've mentioned it before, safety catch. Little bit annoying being here because it means you can't turn it off when you've got it on aim. So you've got to turn it off as you bring it up to the aim. And the other thing is, if you carry this bullpup around tucked under your arm, there's a tendency to turn the safety catch off because it's in a place where it tucks underneath your armpit, and as you're carrying it, or in the crook of your arm, and it's easy to turn the safety off inadvertently. So again, something to just watch out for. But other than that, I have to say, pardon me, that so far, extremely happy with it. It's been very, very good in the hunting field. So far, it's got a creditable number of rabbits to its name. Very, very, very accurate. Shot off the bipod especially. Phenomenally accurate. That 10-shot mechanism's fantastic as well. You know, it's so quick to get onto another rabbit. If you've shot, you know, you get this time of year, you get a group of half-grown rabbits, three-quarter-grown rabbits, all out sat together. And if you keep nice and still with the silencer on it, you can pick off 2 or 3 from the same group. And with that 10-shot magazine and the semi-auto facility, there's no movement. It's just move the gun ever so slightly onto the next one, and bang. So it's proven itself to be an exceptionally good hunting rifle. And apart from that slight irritation with the magazine, where you have to remember, once you've remembered to keep the gun pointing down, it's not a problem. You know, it's an irrelevance because nothing's going to happen. But you know, if you accidentally forget and you have it flat, or you tilt it up slightly and one of the pellets does slide out a little bit as you spring load, taking up the spring tension, then the only way of unjamming it is to poke the pellet in with a little pin or a little nail or a thorn or a bit of wood or something, which is not ideal really. And the safety catch being where it is, where you have to remember to turn the safety catch off before you bring it up onto the aim. You can't bring it up onto the aim and then knock the safety catch off. But other than that, I've got to say that I think Steyr have pretty much hit the nail on the head with this thing. 10-shot semi-auto facility is wonderful. Accuracy is really good. It's extremely solidly built. It's a little bit portly, but there again, quite a lot of bullpups are quite portly. But there you go. It's proven itself to be pretty devastating at the minute, and it's a good hunting gun. It really is. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. There'll be more bits and bobs coming up. Tests on guns, tests on other bits of kit. And thanks for watching.